Well, if you think George Bush should have been impeached because of the war in Iraq, where in fact he got congressional approval through a joint resolution, not just one but two, and all these years you supported our armed forces, and all these years you supported our commander-in-chief in this effort against the creeps on the left who were trying to undermine him and the war effort and our troops and the brave men and women who not only fought, but some who died and many who were harmed, then you can join with Trump. You heard him. That poison was pouring out of his mouth as fast as he could speak. He sounded like one of those left-wing nut protesters. Do you think Bush should have been impeached? Of course, you disagree with Bush on many fronts. I do too. Immigration, spending, Harriet Miers. That's not my point. I don't believe our war in Iraq was anything but a righteous effort. And so do most Republicans and so do most conservatives. We have our outliers. I get it. That's not my point. So what? He talks about Obama's birth certificate, so now we swoon? Wow, look at that. The only guy with the balls to talk about the birth certificate. Or he attacks China? Well, of course China should be attacked. I don't mean militarily. I'm talking about what they're doing. Wow, look at the only guy standing up to China. Yeah? Really? Where is he on this budget fight with Paul Ryan? Well, we need a consensus, but we shouldn't lead on that one. Those of you who are like me, who are furious with that vote yesterday on the 2011 budget, the measly $252 million, how the hell can you accept what he's saying now about the Ryan budget? Yeah, but he's the only one who will take on Obama. Really? The only one who's taking on Obama. They're all taking on Obama. Just because there's a couple of weak Republican leaders who I've pointed out myself doesn't mean others aren't taking on Obama who want to be president. That's absurd. Do you want to know why he's doing so well in the polls? Because he's a Hollywood type. Because he's everywhere. Every radio show, every TV show. That's why. Lexington, Kentucky, the great WVLK. Go.
Howdy. You don't have to go that far back, Mark, to find Donald Trump. On WLS, I think it was March 2nd, he was on a China rant, and before the guest could even ask his first question, he wanted to congratulate him on electing Rahm Emanuel as the new Chicago mayor because he was the best man for the job. Mm-hmm. I mean, since I was stunned, the guest was stunned, my dog was embarrassed by the word that came out of my mouth. You don't have to go back 2 years. The guy is clearly
I have to be honest. I have to be honest with you. This really does separate the thinking conservatives from those who believe in a cult of personality. It just does. There's really so much information out there about this guy and the fact that he's a weather vane is what he is. That if you're still going to stand for this guy, then you're not really that conservative, are you?
Absolutely not. He's never been a conservative. He's an opportunist. He's the worst and most dangerous kind of politician.
I mean, do we really believe this guy is going to roll back the Leviathan? Do we really believe this guy is going to appoint Supreme Court justices that are solid? Or is he going to go back to his rhetoric about right-wingers and purists and extremists and, we need to compromise and all that? I can just see it with a Supreme Court nominee. I need to nominate somebody who can get through. That's it. That's what I do. Next issue.
Absolutely. He has never thought about these issues. He
has never, ever fought the principled battle. Never. And we have candidates that do and have.
Absolutely.
All right, Tim. God bless you, my friend. Take care. I'm almost embarrassed by this. I have to be honest with you, folks. How easily people are being taken in. It's embarrassing. And the fact that we haven't settled on a candidate yet, that's a process. We have a ways to go. I mean, we got to have some debates. We got to see how things shake out. How well people do on their feet, because we want a nominee who can beat this guy, Obama. But we don't have to lurch here and there for celebrities and then build a cult of personality around. I know a lot of these hosts, you have to understand, the backbenchers I'm talking about, they're so excited that a famous billionaire will come on their program, they're wetting themselves. I don't operate that way. I could give a damn. Only reason I've said he won't come on this show is because I've got a stack of stuff I want to go over with him. I know what he'll do. China he wants to talk about and birth certificates. Fine. We know where you stand. Now let's move on. Well, I've changed my mind on it. Who the hell do you think you are? All right, let's see here. How about Ellie, Akron, Ohio, the great WHLO. How are you?
Hi, Mark. Oh, I'm fine. Mark, Donald Trump, if you go to a website called newsmeet.com, that website lists contributions of many people, especially famous people. And I have one page of it up right here on my computer. And out of about 10 names that he contributed to, 8 of them are Democrats and 2 of them are Republicans. I'll give you another example. He contributed $25,000 to the Democratic Senatorial Campaign Committee in '08, and he contributed $10,000 to the Republican Senatorial Campaign in '07. So, and the list goes on and on and on.
Well, let me ask you something. Do you buy this argument? Well, he's a businessman, and that's what they do. I mean, is that what the Koch brothers do?
What you think? Oh, well, he did give to a couple of.
No, you're not, ma'am. You're not following me. Does George Soros give to a couple Republicans?
I don't think so.
Do the Koch brothers give to a couple left-wing Democrats in order to do business?
I don't know, but I doubt it.
In other words, what are we to believe now, that all businessmen believe in situational politics? I don't believe that's true, and I can give example after example of those who do not. I mean, this man has not been in the good fight. We've got Americans for Prosperity fighting out there. We've got Tea Party groups all over the country who could use some cash in order to build up their organizations. The man wasn't at a rally. The man never spoke up about the Tea Parties. In the middle of these battles, he's contributing to Schumer. He's contributing to Weiner. He's contributing to Democrats all over the place. Throws money at Republicans, too. I mean, is that what we want, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you for your call. Is that what we're looking for? Is that a conservative? I mean, good Lord, I hope not, because if it is, we're completely doomed.